Hey everyone, it's your girl TeraMichelle. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel, Opinionated Scents, our safe space to discuss all things fragrance, whether we like them or not. Today we are going to be discussing Cacharel's newest release from the Yes I Am line, and this one is called Delicious. So, if you're interested in hearing all about this new fragrance, let's jump right into the video. First and foremost, I have to take the time to thank you guys for 6K. This morning, I woke up and had 6,004 subscribers. That is such a monumental thing to me. I started this channel September 25th, 2020, and the growth has been amazing for me. This has happened so fast to me. And I get all those compliments from you guys saying you think I should be at 20K and 30K and you love me, and I love you back. And I appreciate that. And I hope that we do see 20 or 30K together, or maybe even more. But you know what? I am here in the moment now and grateful for all 6,004 of you who subscribe to the Terra Squad and who rock with me, my people. And that's what I'm happy with. What the future holds is great, but right now I have to take pride in where I am. And thank you so much for 6K. I truly, truly mean that. Of all the people and all the choices you have, you allowed me to be one of them. And that's super dope. Thank you. Isn't it always the ones with the biggest personalities who are also the biggest crybabies? Gosh, I'm so sentimental. But you guys who know my background and know my story know why I don't take relationships and loyalty and even conversations lightly. I think every moment you spend with someone is a learning or teachable moment, something that you guys can share, that you can bond with. So again, for all of you who decided to make the Terra Squad a part of your life, those who watch every video and those who just watch as they can, it doesn't matter, you support. Every time you like a video, every time you watch a video, every time you comment, I thank you so much. And we're going to get into this review before I literally start bawling. It's ridiculous. First up, let's talk about packaging. I absolutely do love the box that it comes in. This is really pretty. It's even kind enough to give you a glimpse of what you're going to see when you open it up inside. The packaging also has like a chocolate bar on the other side. So they really are focusing on letting you know that there's a chocolate accord in here or cacao in here. Here is the bottle. Again, it looks like all of the other lipsticks, only this one, you can see through it. You can see what the liquid looks like. I have owned the Fabulous version and the Glorious version. I recently gifted them both to my little sister because I never reached for them. In the terms of the nude colored lipstick, the most recent release before this one, the Glorious, it reminded me of so many other fragrances. There was nothing unique about it. It feels like it could have been a part of the C or the Parfum from Giorgio Armani line, and I just didn't need it. I have like 7 of those flankers, so it was unnecessary. And then with Fabulous, I mean, beautiful blackberry note. I love the heliotrope in it. You have the milk for the lactonic flair, but I was never reaching for it. So instead of having them just sit on the shelf, I gifted them to my sister because she would use them. Now, I still have Pink First and Yes I Am the original. So Yes I Am is amazing. It's on my top 10 favorite raspberry list. The caramel in it is amazing. The lactonicness is amazing. If you truly want to try a milky or a lactonic fragrance, it's a really, really good, inexpensive way to figure out if that's your vibe. Pink First is also so pretty to me. Pretty for the sake of being pretty, but one I actually reach for. So worth keeping in my collection. And it also has a lactonic vibe as well. When it comes to this one, so again, they are really getting into your minds about the chocolate, the cacao in here. I think there's also some dark chocolate touted as being in here. The burst of chocolate that you get in the opening of this is amazing. I wish it stayed throughout the entirety of the fragrance, but alas, it does not. It is gone by the 2-minute mark. It is so loud and boisterous, kind of reminiscent of Penrose's Gilded Fox and Dark Chocolate Rum and Vanilla from Dua, which is inspired by Gourmand Coquine from Guerlain. Even a little bit from Hugo Boss, the Scent Private Accord for her, but without the orange note. I mean, the chocolate is loud. It is in your face. You cannot miss it. It is amazing. But then it leaves. I mean, it is just a disappearing act for the ages. I'm very unappreciative of that as well, because it drew me in. I was like, oh yes, I'm gonna love this, and then it was gone, and I'm like, now I'm just left with another generic jasmine sandalwood type of fragrance. I think there's also some orange blossom and some cardamom in here too. You know, I'm gonna look up the notes later, but because I looked at the notes when it was first coming out ages ago, and now I'm just left with what I smell. And this is a pretty fragrance. Don't get me wrong. Packaging A+. I love that you can see the actual juice now, so you know how much you have left. But I don't. You guys know I'm not the one who's going to keep a bottle or a perfume because of the packaging. However, I need performance. The fact that the chocolate is in and out so quickly is, you know, points lost for me. Let's talk about longevity and projection. There is none. So with this one, I sprayed 10 sprays this morning on my shirt. Can't smell it anymore. And I'm not even joking. And it's been 2.5 hours. So on my skin, when I sprayed it yesterday, when I first got it, and then when I sprayed again this morning, it stays around light. But let me tell you something. At the 30-minute mark, it becomes a skin scent on my skin, and it stays around for a good 2 hours on my skin. After that, it's time to re-up. Am I excited to re-up? Yes, because that's the only time I'm going to get the chocolate for a good 2 minutes. This fragrance is pretty, but it is such a like a rip-off or a jip or whatever word you want to use. I feel like I've been conned into thinking this was going to be a chocolate bomb because of the packaging, the brown color, the chocolate on the box itself, and having that be the most fleeting thing about it. And then having the projection just be so abysmal. I'm very let down by this fragrance, but that doesn't change the fact that it smells good, and I'm going to keep it and I'm going to use it. I'm going to run through it very quickly, and it won't be a repurchase, because it's one thing for you to give me chocolate and snatch it away so quickly. It's another thing for you not to have any projection or longevity either. So, and that could just be me, you know, and I don't really spray perfume on my skin except for when I'm testing it originally. But for you not to last on my clothes, what are we doing? So, yeah. Look, if you like to collect things and you own all the other ones, by all means, go ahead and get this one. If you like the coloring and you don't mind having a chocolate fragrance that lasts for 2 minutes, by all means, get it. I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money. I am just saying that, you know, they are really going downhill from here with this line. Fabulous was, you know, it just isn't necessary. Glorious was absolutely unnecessary. And this one just isn't what I wish it was. You need to keep the chocolate in throughout as much of it as you can. I have to think that that's possible, right? There are a lot of chocolate fragrances out here that keep chocolate longer than 2 minutes, and then up the projection and the longevity. I mean, why are we releasing fragrances like this in 2022? Do you know how much people have to go through to earn their coin? And this is what you're giving them? And it's a wonder why so many people are going to the niche world, jumping on that bandwagon and never coming back. Like, I don't want things like this to deter people from designer fragrances, but I'm sorry, the performance of this isn't there for me. It still smells good. So you're not going to be disappointed in the smell, I don't think. Even the dry down, even though it's generic, you know, like I said, jasmine, sandalwood type of vibe. Let's get the notes pulled up. Because like I said, guys, I'm not amused. I want these fragrance houses to start to understand that when we spend our money, we want something that's going to at least give us 4 hours. And I don't want an immediate skin scent. And don't do all of this gimmicky stuff where you're leading with the chocolate when you know that's not what it is. Okay, so in the top we have, let me hold this up because people be loving to see the packaging. In the top we have cacao pod, hazelnut, green mandarin, and cardamom. In the middle notes we have orange blossom, orange as in the fruit, and then Indian jasmine. And then in the base we have dark chocolate and sandalwood. Yeah, the dark chocolate does not revisit me in the dry down. It is really it's a pretty sandalwood, and you definitely get that jasmine. That is what this fragrance is for me. So for those of you who like how I just described this, by all means have at it. For those of you who have been waiting on me to review this, I am not recommending this to anyone because the performance isn't there, because the chocolate doesn't stay. So yep, those are my 2 cents on Yes I Am by Cacharel. Delicious. Once again, thank you so much for 6K. I love you guys. Also, if you're still here, please click that like button and select the notification bell so that you never miss any of my future uploads. Join the Terra Squad. I love to have you here, as well as select the notification bell so that you never miss any of my future uploads. For anyone who loves this fragrance, please don't be offended by my take. For anyone who wears this fragrance and it lasts all day long, honey, I envy you. Because if it lasted longer, I wouldn't have been so harsh on it. But I got to keep it real, and it's all about what my nose picks up and how I experience it. So please keep that in mind. As always, I want to talk to you guys in the comment section. Have you tried this? What did you think? Did you want to try it? And do not let me deter you from trying it. At least get your nose on it in a store if you can. I am just here to tell you that I wouldn't blind buy this. Like, I did that so that you wouldn't have to. If what I said is your vibe, by all means go for it. If it's not, by all means get your nose on it, test it on your own skin, and figure it out that way. It's not super expensive, but who has money to waste in 2022? You know what I'm saying? So I digress. I love talking to you guys in the comments. So, of course, I'll see you there. And until then, bye.